Yo, what is up everyone? I'm Carlos and we're Emelet Sauce, and welcome to the 10th part of our Dragon Ball Z What If series. What if the remaining Saiyans were good? Last part went over the events of Battle of Gods as our heroes encountered the God of Destruction, Beerus. The Z Fighters had no chance on defeating a foe as strong as Beerus, but with the fusion of Gogeta and attaining the power of a god, our heroes managed to survive the wrath of the god and got a chance to train with him and Whis. In this part, we'll be going through the events of the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament, with Universe 7's fighters being much stronger than in canon. How would our heroes come out in the tournament, and is Universe 6 going to even stand a chance? Let's find out as we get on with the What If. Now, continuing from the Battle of Gods arc will be the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament. There won't be any Resurrection F arc because of Raditz and Turles finishing off the rest of the Frieza Force during their time away from Earth, so that arc is skipped. During the time jump, most of the Saiyans have been training with Whis, besides Broly, as Beerus has been focusing on him mostly. Raditz and Turles were learning to perfect their own transformation, as they have some experience training with an angel already. Goku and Vegeta have unlocked the Super Saiyan Blue transformation, and are close to perfecting it, with the surplus of training partners they have. Broly with his training with Beerus, he learns to control his legendary Super Saiyan state without losing control and going crazy, but as of right now, Broly stands strongest among the group. Even from time to time, Gohan, Trunks, and Goten will visit for a short amount of time and get close to sensing God Ki, and Gohan was a quick learner and got the grass to sense God Ki. Champa would arrive at Beerus' planet as usual, and would get into a quarrel. Then they would try to see whose universe got the better food, which doesn't get anywhere, but then the idea of a tournament of each universe's warriors would come to fruition based on Goku's idea. The Saiyans all agree, being excited to meet foes from other universes. The team would be very simple, as the whole team needed is on the planet already. Everyone would go as usual, as the Z Fighters would go to watch the Saiyans and see how strong they grew. Now with the test, they take everyone would pass with Goku barely passing, and Broly only being a bit smarter than him. The order would go as follows: Raditz, Turles, Vegeta, Goku, and finally, Broly. Now, Monaka would not be needed, as in canon, Beerus only brought him to encourage both Goku and Vegeta to keep training, but with other Saiyans being here, Monaka would not be needed. The first match will be between Raditz and Botomo, and it will go similar to how it did in canon. Raditz would try to overpower Botomo, but realized that Botomo can absorb as much damage as he can throw. With Raditz being a lot smarter than Goku, he would quickly think of a plan of throwing Botomo off, which ends the fight quickly. The next match will be Raditz vs Frost. Seeing Frost, Raditz is angry as it reminds him of the intense battle they all had many years ago, and now he is even killed by Frieza back then. When the battle begins, he powers up to Super Saiyan 4 state and quickly takes Frost out of the ring, saying that he will never trust anyone who looks like Frieza, even if they are from another universe. So Frost is eliminated, much more quickly, and his true persona is never revealed. Next match will put Raditz against Vegeta, and Raditz would throw powerful attacks, but Vegeta would also tank all the attacks, and this would annoy Raditz as he starts getting angry after his first annoying opponent doing the same thing and even fighting someone who resembled Frieza. He calls Vegeta a big metal piece of garbage, and then he would realize what Vegeta's weakness is, and then take it to his advantage, as Raditz yells out many mean things to Vegeta until he cries out of the ring. Most of the Saiyans are jealous that Raditz is beating everyone and not giving them a chance to fight, as they see Raditz boasting. Next match will consist of Raditz vs Cabba. This will shock all of them to learn that Cabba is a Saiyan. This gets Raditz happy to hear, but he points out that the old Saiyan gear and no tail. Cabba explains about his own Saiyan race, and Raditz is kinda weird to learn that they aren't the true warrior race. Raditz powers down and decides to use this match up as a training lesson. Raditz asks if he knows what a Super Saiyan is. Cabba denies it, never hearing about it. This grows an evil smile on his face as he begins to beat on Cabba. Holding back heavily, he tells Cabba that if he doesn't beat him, he will go to his planet and kill everyone and destroy his planet. Raditz pushes Cabba repeatedly treating him like trash, until Kaba breaks and transforms into a Super Saiyan state. Raditz gets happy as he tells him to fight back now, or everyone he knows will die, as Kaba charges at Raditz and fights him with everything he's got. Now Raditz at base easily dodges all of his attacks, and with a good punch to the stomach, knocks out Kaba, but he is happy he helped Kaba to transform into a Super Saiyan, as he said that one day he would like to go visit his universe and see his Saiyans. Then we go to see the final opponent of Universe 6, which is the Great Assassin, Hit. Now Raditz isn't over himself at this point, thinking there's no one worth challenging him, and underestimating Hit. He tells Hit that he can have one free shot. Hit shrugs it off and in an instant goes to punch Raditz and return to the spot he was standing at. Everyone is shocked as they didn't see him move, but Raditz is completely knocked out and out of the arena. Turles will be excited to go next as he will not make the same mistake. Turles transformed into his Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Their match will begin. He'll be standing there and Turles will be confused on the basic stance, but will not stop him from charging straight to him. But as soon as Turles rushes towards Hit, he felt a powerful gut punch that sent him back and spilled some blood. Turles tried to shoot some ki blasts his way, but Hit easily dodged them, and at the same time punched Turles repeatedly. Turles began to get upset as he powers even further to reveal his new Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. At this form shocks everyone, as the power succeeds the Super Saiyan God and can even compare to Super Saiyan Blue. Turles would rush Hit once again, but this time Turles can see Hit's movements, but still isn't fast enough to compete as Hit would give a combo strong enough to completely incapacitate Turles. Everyone is shocked at the power of this one opponent, but Vegeta smirks, saying that it's finally his turn to show that he will be able to be the one to stop Hit. Vegeta transforms into a Super Saiyan Blue form, and their fight will begin. He charges at Hit with full force, as Hit dodges most of his attacks. Hit throws a few of his own punches, which knocks Vegeta back, and this pisses him off. At the end, Beerus begins to show worry that he may lose because of this one opponent. He tells Goku that Broly will go next instead of him, which Goku says is unfair, but Beerus said that he is not risking the loss. The fight between Hit and Vegeta continues, and it does not look good for Vegeta, as he has taken more damage, but this angers Vegeta that he cannot land a blow against his foe. He begins to charge up his ki. His body begins to bulk up, his hair gets more spiky, and his hair is more blue. This is his Super Saiyan Blue evolution, as Vegeta unlocked his form earlier in this timeline. He will go to attack Hit, and see Hit's movements, which allows him to manage to get a hit on Hit, and this flow sends Hit stumbling back. Vegeta laughs, saying that Hit isn't so invincible now. Hit stands there and begins to power up further, and again, with many massive strikes, manages to hit Vegeta, and even with this power up, he has taken too much damage. Before that, he collapsed and couldn't continue the fight. Broly was moved up next, as he was now to face Hit. Broly took this fight seriously, as he thought he would be the only one to win this battle. He transforms into his legendary Super Saiyan state, as their fight will begin. Broly will begin with shooting Ki Blast, but Hit will use his time skip to go to Broly, and Broly will be able to see Hit, but not be able to block him. Hit will strike Broly, but when time resumed, Broly stood there, tanking the punch. Everyone was amazed that Broly took an attack to knock most other fighters and barely moved. Broly was shocked himself. The punch did hurt him, but he was strong enough to stand his ground. Hit, seeing this, decides to take things more seriously, as no one has managed to take his attacks and not move. Broly sees Hit preparing another attack, and with a mighty roar, begins to power up, managing to shake the planet. Hit would go in for another attack, giving many powerful blows to Broly, but this time, Broly felt them even less. He smiles, saying that the more he powers up, the longer he fights. He only just gets more and more powerful. Hit would try again to use his time skip to punch Broly, but this time, Broly caught Hit's punch, as Hit is left in fear. No one has ever done that to Hit before. Everyone is amazed at Broly's power, and his control in the form that once was a hindrance to him. Broly lifts hit by his arm and tells him that there's no way he can win now. Broly, just using raw strength, now sucker punches Hit in the stomach, which sends him flying out of the ring, and barely conscious as Universe 7 celebrates their victory. Champa's upset and blames his fighters on why they lost, but then Broly looks over, and even Champa gets fearful of Broly's power. Beerus smiles and takes credit for wanting to train Broly. He tells Whis that maybe Broly is ready to learn another transformation that can rival the gods. Whis warns Beerus that if he does, Broly might be able to beat him and take his title of the God of Destruction, which the other Saiyans catch notice of this and want to push even further into greater power. Beerus would wish for Champa's Earth to be restored, as Zeno would appear, scaring the gods of destruction. He says that he enjoyed this tournament and really likes Broly and his power, that he might think of holding a tournament with every other universe to go against each other. As Goku would run over to Zeno, begging him to do so, with Beerus yelling at Goku to get away from Zeno. Well everyone, that's where we end off part 10 of our Dragon Ball Z What If series. What if the remaining Saiyans were good? Well, I guess now it'd be more Dragon Ball Super What If series, but same thing. But anyways, we hoped you enjoyed. Like always, leave a comment down below and other what ifs that you would like to see next. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe to see more videos. But that's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.